Hello friends, welcome to our channel. I am Arun Kumar and this is our channel Chemistry Crafters with Banu. Today we are going to discuss about dishwash bar formulation. Two things we are going to discuss. The first one is formulation guidelines. I mean chemistry. What are the materials required to formulate a good quality dishwash bar? Second one is manufacturing process. What are the key steps involved during the manufacturing process of dishwash bar? To prepare good quality dishwash bar, we need to add these materials: surfactants, builders and chelating materials, fillers, skincare materials, binding materials, enzymes, shine. For shining purpose, we need to add some chemicals: shine materials, perfume, color, and preservative. Let us discuss one by one. Surfactants are the cleaning material, primary material in the dishwash bar formulation. Not only in dishwash bar, in all the cleaning products, surfactants are the key material, primary material. In case of dishwash bar, these are all the common surfactants: acid slurry, SLES, SLS powder, CAPB, of course CDEA. It is a possible carcinogen. We are not using this one. And then non-ionic surfactants like alpha 200, etc. Sometimes coconut oil also we can use. After the lyeration process and the saponification process, we can use it, coconut oil. Builders and chelating materials. Builders are essential. I mean, builders will convert hard water into soft water. Only in soft water, surfactants will play its role effectively. Surfactants will give its maximum performance. So, builders are essential. Some examples are sodium carbonate and sodium citrate. In case of chelating materials, of course, the example is EDTA. When we are adding the chelating material, we can achieve superior cleaning performance. Builders along with chelating materials required. One more thing I would like to say: phosphates. Phosphates are, in terms of chemistry, in chemistry point of view, good materials, completely water soluble, will give good cleaning performance, cheap, but it is not good from environmental point of view. So the point is whether to use or not depends upon the formula. In case of premium dishwash bar formula, advisable is phosphate free formula. We can avoid phosphates. In case of low cost dishwash formula, we need to use, left with no other choice, we need to use phosphates. Fillers. Fillers are required for at least two reasons. First one is to reduce the making cost. Second one is fillers will give strength and hardness to the bar. And sometimes, not all the fillers, very few fillers like silica gel will have the rough structure. So fillers will give some upgrading action, will improve the cleaning performance. But it is not common, it is very rare. And one more thing we'll discuss: fillers are not cleaning materials. Fillers are not doing the functional role. Even though fillers will improve the cleaning performance, will improve the cleaning process. We'll try to understand. I will tell you one simple example. In any educational institution, school or college, teaching faculties are required, teaching staffs are required, and also non-teaching staff members. Only with teaching staff members we cannot run the educational institutions effectively. So even though non-teaching staff members, they are not teaching the class, they are not taking the class, they are required. So combinedly, teaching staff and non-teaching staff will run the school effectively. And one more thing, uh, non-teaching staff members' strength we should maintain correctly, not excess also. Next, skincare materials. In dishwash bar, even though if we are maintaining correct pH, it is advisable to consider skincare materials. Some examples are glycerin, we can consider olive oil gel, vitamin E, lactic acid, even coconut oil and olive oil also, yeah, skincare materials or its derivatives. When we are adding these materials, skincare materials, our hands will not feel the chemical harshness. Even our hands can feel the chillness, gentleness during the cleaning process. So in premium formulas, premium quality dishwash bars, skincare materials are unavoidable. Next, enzymes. Enzymes are not compulsory materials, optional only. But in premium dishwash bar formulas, enzymes are strongly advisable. We can consider amylase, protease, lipase. These three enzymes are more than sufficient. When we are adding these enzymes will improve the cleaning performance. We can get the superior cleaning performance, superior finishing, and also enzymes will facilitate the cleaning process, facilitate the easy cleaning process, effortless cleaning we can achieve. Next, shining materials. This is not essential, but even though more or less all the branded dishwash bars they are using it, it will give some shining look for the vessel after the washing process. Even they are claiming in the label also. The examples are we can add CBS X powder or titanium dioxide or in combination. Binding materials in dishwash bar formulation, the role of binding material is unavoidable. We are converting solid materials into a bar. Generally, in dishwash bar formulation, sodium silicate is being used as binder, cheap and effective. CMC also we can use carboxy methyl cellulose. Starch also a binding material. Recently, in industries, they are using polymer as a binding material. More exactly speaking, PEG 4000 or PEG 6000. These polymers, apart from binding material, these polymers will give some glossy, shiny look for the dishwash bar and also preventing the bar from cracking. Color and perfume, these are all not compulsory material but commercially required. You can add green color solution. In case of a perfume, lemon is advisable or anything as per your choice. Preservatives, generally for dishwash bars, preservatives are not required because at least two reasons we can say. In dishwash bar, the pH will be more than 10. At this higher pH, there is less possibility for growth of microorganisms. One thing. Second thing is, in dishwash bar formulation, we are using less amount of water, maybe less than 10%. So in that medium, dishwash bar, in that medium, if water is less than 20%, then there is no possibility or less possibility of growth of microorganisms. But even though if it is a professional formula, we are planning for 24 months, 36 months shelf life, then you can consider preservatives. Some examples are brodopol or sodium hydroxymethyl glycerate, even bit also we can consider. So these are all the formulation guidelines during the formulation of dishwash bar. Now let us look into the industrial process. In industries, how they are manufacturing, what are the key steps? there are many industries available, right from small scale to a very big industries, fully automatic, using highly sophisticated advanced machineries available. But we will discuss some of the key steps involved during the manufacturing process of dishwash bar. Pre-treatment, first of all we need to check the raw materials, all the raw materials. If it is if there are some clumps or lumps, then we need to crush it. If necessary, we need to dry it, drying process. If necessary, we need to sieve it. So this is pre-treatment. Next, mixing process. We need to use mixers or blenders. Generally, ribbon mixer or sigma mixer is advisable. We need to add all the materials as per the sequence, as per the measurements. Here there are many different engineering equipments are available. And one more thing, if necessary, we can use elevated temperature mixing. We can do the mixing in a cold process or in hot condition. Generally hot condition is advisable, 40 to 60-degree temperature. We can get homogeneous mixer, very good homogeneous medium. Next, plotter machine. After the mixing process, that bulk mass will be sent through the plotter machine extrusion process. So we will get the lengthy bar or noodles. Then these lengthy bars will be cut into the small pieces. So we need cutting machines and stamping machines. So to get perfect size and brand logo, stamping is required. So cutting and stamping process. After that, drying process, air drying is advisable. Then wrappering process and packing. So these are all the some of the key steps involved during the manufacturing process of dishwash bar. Based on these guidelines, we have developed three different formulas for dishwash bar. One is low cost dishwash bar formula. Second one is standard quality dishwash bar formula. Its cleaning performance will be equal to that of any of the branded dishwash bar available in market. And third one is premium quality concentrated high performance dishwash bar. We have included enzymes and soothing materials. Of course, it is costly, making cost high, more than the selling cost of the branded dishwash bars. So if anyone is planning for dishwash bar business with same setup, they can carry out these three different dishwash bars, so they can establish the market properly. This is industrial process, manually not possible. Even though in lab scale we have tried one trial batch for 250 grams. As per the measurements, we have taken all the materials. Little extra water we have taken because we need easy mixing. And then we have done the process, compared the performance with branded one. We are satisfied. Let us check the pH. This is after 2 days of drying. Let us check the pH. We have checked the pH for solutions, taking 2 grams dishwash bar in 50 ml water. More or less all products, our dishwash bar and branded dishwash bar, the pH is from 10 to 11. This is okay, this is correct pH. Thank you friends, thank you for watching this video. We'll meet in your upcoming videos.